Hello, my Juma Fit fam. I am so happy to see you guys virtually until we can see each other again. I know you're all out there being as healthy as you possibly can, getting your runs in, so let's get some yoga in as well. Come on down to your mat. Let's tuck your toes underneath you. Bring your hands underneath your shoulder blades. Take an inhale, just puff open your spine, bring your tailbone up. As you exhale, squeeze and round into your belly. Gaze between your thighs, gaze down. Another inhale, press and lift open. Strong exhale, squeeze the belly, tighten into the belly to bring the pelvis in, gaze down at your thighs. A big breath all the way in, squeeze the shoulders, lift the heart, gaze up. Slow exhale, breathe and squeeze all the way out. Let's keep your left hand grounded, bring your left toes behind you. Draw your right hand out, straight into a line. Squeeze into your belly, round your shoulders slightly out. See if your left hand can reach up, left foot reach up, right hand reach out, inhale. Strong exhale, round and squeeze into your core. Inhale, stretch long. Imagine the hand and feet are opposite directions. Exhale, squeeze and lower. Inhale, really round up. Exhale, squeeze into your abdominals. We're warming up your center of your core. Inhale. Another strong exhale, squeeze and round. Also, we're opening up our spine. Inhale, our breathing, our airways, and our energy. Bring your hands down, flip immediately. Left hand out, right hand over behind you. Inhale, squeeze long. So, strong exhale, round your spine like that cat. Press your right hand away. Inhale, squeeze and lift. Strong exhale, round. Pull into the core. See if the elbow can go past the knee. Inhale, lift. Strong exhale, squeeze and round. One more time, inhale. Exhale, squeeze and round. Bring the hands back down. Puff open your chest one more time. Exhale, squeeze and round. Tuck the toes. Lift the knees off the mat, 1 inch. Take an inhale. Strong exhale, round the belly. Press the hands firmly down. Get really strong into your core. Inhale. Exhale, tuck the toes back into a plank pose. Press the floor away. Squeeze the shoulders out to the sides. Pull the belly button in. Lift the quads up. Exhale, tuck your toes back, heels back. Chest towards the thigh, downward facing dog. Just open your mouth, breathe in and out a few times. Lift your heels, and then drop them. Heels back up, drop them down. Take your heels really high up, and then tilt your heels all the way over to the right side of your mat. So the inside edge of your left foot and the outside edge of your right. Peel down, feel your IT band, really responsible for a lot of runners on the right side, time to open up. Inhale, bring them back up. Exhale, outside edge of the left foot, left down. Inside edge of the right foot comes down. Breathe right into the left whole side body of that IT band, let it breathe in and out, and fill it with some oxygen, starting to release. Heels lift really high back up, squat the heels down, lift up, kind of warm up your hips back and forth just by coming into a squat and then coming into a plank. Couple more times, link it with breath. Inhale forward, exhale back, releasing hips, bringing some blood circulation. If they start to get a little acid in them, that's good. They're starting to bring blood flow into those legs that just work so hard. Come back into your down dog, let it go. Walk your feet slowly on up to the top of the mat. Find a forward fold once you're there. Just release your neck. Maybe even take your hands behind your head. Press the neck down, chin down, roll around a little bit. Press your hands on your shins, straighten your legs, straighten your spine. Pinch the shoulder blades back and down. Tighten up your core a little bit. Inhale. Strong exhale, just fold really low, let it go. One more time like that. Straighten your legs, straighten your arms. Exhale, fold really low. Inhale, keep your knees bent, just roll on up to the top of the mat. Let your arms hang low for a moment. Even bring a prayer to the center of your chest. And just close your eyes, feel your heart rate for as it is right now. And breathe a really big breath. Feel underneath your palms how your chest raises and falls. These two energy forces, life forces, breath and heart. As you breathe in and out, just take a moment of reflection, and whatever's on your mind, send an intention out. Know that every word that's spoken out of your mouth vibrates right back into your own ears. So choose. Choose really widely, really, really loudly, and really proudly. Exaggerate those thoughts and let them come all the way out into the universe. Let's raise that intention right back up towards the sky. Breathe all the way up. Inhale. Maybe a little back bend. Exhale, forward fold, let it out. Hands on shins. Inhale for your half lift. Bring your hands down. Step any foot back. The opposite foot comes back. Take a big inhale on your plank pose. Bend your knees on the ground. Keep your glutes high. As you bend your elbows, imagine it like a tricep push-up. You want to scrape your elbows against your rib cage. So there's a bicep push-up where we press out. There's a tricep push-up called a chaturanga in yoga that we bend forward. So as your booty stays high, your chest and your chin are going to come towards the mat. Keep the chin lifted. Bend the elbows slowly, slowly, slowly. Even halfway, you should feel a shake. Once you get low, where your chest and chin are on the mat, tops of the feet come on the mat, slither your spine halfway up at first. Use the inhale to press your heart open. Exhale, tuck your toes. See if you can fire up those triceps again. Keep them squeezed into the midline. Squeeze into your core and lift up, plank pose. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let it go. Breath in and out. Trying to seal the lips when you breathe, keeping all that energy inside. Walk all the way up to the top of the mat. Once you're there, it's a forward fold. Hands on shins. Inhale, straight spine, half lift. Exhale, fold really deep. Inhale, rise all the way up. Big breath in. Maybe a little back bend. That means not from the low back, from the shoulder blades. So shoulder blades back and down. Start gazing up, pressing into your quads, and just a little tilt. Exhale, fold it all out, let it go. Hands on shins, inhale for that half lift. Come on back, see if the opposite foot can come back into a plank pose. This is called a sun salutation A. We're just warming up our spine. Inhale. Exhale, the same thing. Either knees down, chest and chin come to a hover. Press the floor away, lift up either halfway or all the way upward dog. You point the toes on the mat. Open up through the belly. Shoulders are not in your ears. You lift them up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let it go. Breath in and breath out. Just keep your breath as big and as fluid as you can. I will be here to remind you. Come on up to the top of the mat. Once you're there, it's a fold. Releasing your spine, your chest, your chin comes towards your heart. Hands on your shins. Inhale for that half lift. Stretching hamstrings. Pinching your shoulders. Exhale, release really low. Inhale, rise all the way up. Big back bend by tightening into your glutes a little bit, quads a little bit, shoulder blades back and down, gaze up. Slowly exhale, let it go. Inhale for your half lift. Straighten your spine, straighten your hamstrings. Exhale, fold low. Now you can either walk back like we've been doing or try to hop. When you hop, you bend your elbows in the landing. If you're going knees, chest, chin, take your knees. Otherwise, chaturanga from a plank, same idea, triceps squeeze into the rib cage, but you lower down halfway. Inhale, lift up into your up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog, let it go. Breathe in, breathe out. Keep that energy really, really high by expanding your breath as big as you can. Walk or take a little hop, top of the mat. Hands on shins, inhale. Slowly exhale, let it out. Big inhale, rise all the way up. Slow exhale, dive it right back down. Inhale for your half lift, straighten up. Exhale, plant, hands, walk, or try a little tuck jump. Lower down. Inhale, lift up high, upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog, let it go. Breath in and breath out. Seal the lips. Just breathe through the nose. One more of these sun salutation A's. They're so good for our hamstrings and our spine. All that work from our runners. Come on up, top of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold really low. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, touch your toes, let it go. Half lift. Come on back, plank, chaturanga. Inhale, lift. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe in, breathe out. Let's lift your heels again, tilt them over to the right. Right outer edge, left inner edge. Feel the IT band. Open big. Inhale back up. Exhale over to the left, inner edge of the right. Inhale back up. This time, same thing, over to the right, outer edge, inner edge of the left. Keep the right hand planted. Lift the left arm up, side plank. Now your whole oblique system is holding those hips really, really high. Maybe gaze up, trust. Exhale, downward dog, let it go. Lift up your heels, outside edge of the left, inside of the right. Hips are high, left hand stays planted. Open up the right, squeeze the obliques high. Keep the legs twisted, feel your core holding you up against gravity. Exhale, down dog, let it go. That's it. Let's take your right leg up to the sky. But first, keep your toes pointed down. With your toes pointed down, you'll notice that your leg isn't going to lift as high as you normally would like it to, but you'll also feel way more in your left hamstring. So after a couple breaths, then point your toes and open your hip. You'll feel them more inside your adductor muscles, ones that are responsible for jumping out of harm's way. Open up a little bit. Now bring your right knee into your right tricep. Just squeeze it out, round your spine. Inhale back up. Exhale, right knee, left tricep. Squeeze into your core. Inhale back up. Exhale, squeeze knee to nose. Plant your foot. Drop your back knee on the mat. Let's roll up, Anjaneyasana. A low lunge, opening up the hips and the heart. Keeping your breath really vibey in it. Take your left tricep. Cross it over your right thigh. If you can't cross it over the right thigh, that's okay. You can take a twist in this manner as well, an open arm twist. Either way, open or hooked, think about your shoulder blade opening up. The twist is coming from the center of your shoulders. Now see, a little balance challenge is to see if you can keep the back toes lifted and lift that back knee up. Once it's up, try not to dump into the ankle. Spring forward a little bit. You should feel a big stretch to the outer hip of the right. Unrelease all of that. Open up, peaceful warrior. That means your right knee is bent. Back hand, back thigh. Front hand reaches up and over. Take a big opening. Exhale, cartwheel your hands. Frame your foot. What does that mean? It just brings your hands down. Frame your foot. Draw the right foot back, plank pose. Exhale, bend the elbows. Inhale, lift up, upward dog. Shoulders and heart are open. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a breath in and out. Couple more. Settle the heart rate a little bit. Your left foot is going to come up. Keep the toes pointed at first. Feel the right hamstring, maybe a difference from the left. Breathe a couple breaths into that. Oxygenate. Now point the toes, bend the knee, open the hip. Feel the insides of your legs start to open up. Bring your left knee slowly into the left tricep as you release into a plank pose, squeezing the belly, keeping the core tight. Inhale, back up. Exhale, over to the right, squeeze. Inhale, back up. Knee to nose, press the floor away, squeeze into your belly, bring the foot down. Drop the back knee onto the mat. Roll up into your Anjaneyasana. Hips and heart. A little hips and heart, we need it. Kind of get expansive through that whole area. Breathe right into the center of your chest. Notice what you're holding onto that feels tense and release it. Notice what more you can give it and give it. Now we're going to take that twist, either open armed or bringing a prayer to your heart, right tricep over left knee. You use your tricep against your knee to peel the prayer right to the center of your chest. Left shoulder blade goes towards the sky. Challenge of balance is tucking the back toes. With power, lifting up that back knee, not dumping the ankle, but springing forward so your toes are only touching. Now breathe right into the center of your chest. Try to gaze up and keep that twist. Feel the sensation of a hip opener on the left. We powerfully use these huge muscles in our legs, so we want to use the yoga not only for strength, but also for endurance and for resilience and for always coming back for more. Open up, peaceful warrior. Keep it open. Left knee stays bent, outer edge of the back foot presses in, right hand down, left hand up and over. These are our breathing accessory muscles that as we stretch them open, it gives us more capability of bigger breaths. Bring your hand down. Left foot comes back. Bend the elbows. Lift up. Exhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a pause. Settle your heart rate. We're going to go through that same thing, just adding on a little bit. Take your right leg, lift it all the way up, just uninhibited this time, bend the knee, open the hip. Exhale, bring it into your right tricep. Inhale, back up. Exhale, left, squeeze. Inhale, back up. Knee to nose, plant the foot, bring the back knee down. Inhale, right into your Anjaneyasana. Reach up, maybe you keep the back left toes tucked this time. Take your twist. So I've demonstrated the one with the prayer over the tricep. Let's try the open arm if you want to go into something different. Open arm, squeeze in the belly to keep the balance. Lift the back knee up, gaze behind you. Open everything up, peaceful warrior. Straighten your right leg. I like the little shorter stance, but you can keep it long if you want. I need a shorter stance for my hamstring issues, so I show a little compromise, and I keep it short. Ball the front foot, outer to the back foot. Gaze between your front fingertips. Stretch as far as you can. You might want to keep going, but you don't ever want to get past level 6. Once you feel about that level 6 in your legs, drop the right hand down, left hand comes up, triangle pose. Now your triangle pose, squeeze into your legs, lift your spine. You should be like between 2 planes of glass, really flat. You're not dipping towards the mat, you're lifting up. And in that lift, if you can, for a little additional core work, sweep the left hand up and over, right hand comes to meet it. Ooh, hold it up high, flip the right toes in, and forward fold all the way down. Just release your chin, release your neck. Breathe into the space of your heart. From this forward fold, we're going to crawl ourselves over into the left leg, Skandasana. Straighten the right. Keep your left hand down, maybe open up your right arm for a little twist. Scoot yourself all the way to the back of the mat. Frame your left foot. Squeeze into your belly, knee is over your ankle. Back ankle is barely touching, right? It's just the toes. And you're going to keep your chest right on your thighs and release your hands back, thunderbolt pose. One really big breath in and out. Another in and out. Bring your hands down, frame your foot, come back plank, bend the elbows, lift it up, back to your downward facing dog. Take a couple breaths. Take a couple breaths. Take your left leg, reach it up, bend the knee, open the hip. Exhale, left knee, left tricep, squeeze it out. Inhale, back up. You can always take these out. Back up, knee to nose, plant the foot, there we go. Just coming right back into that Anjaneyasana. Reach up, couple breaths into the center of your heart. You're either going to cross the right tricep over the left thigh or try the open heart twist. Both hands in opposite directions. We can build strength in our arms simply by squeezing against gravity. Lift the back knee. There we go. Open it all up. Peaceful warrior. After our peaceful, we straighten our left leg, tee your arms out. I like a shorter stance. You can take your own variation. Reach as far out as you can. Keep reaching. Sometimes you feel it in your knee. That might be a cue to bring the knee a little closer to the back foot. Once you're into that set, bring the hand down, reach the arm up, shoulder stays lifted. You can play with your gaze up, or maybe it's nice to keep your gaze down to release tension in your neck. From here, right after our triangle, we tried a little oblique. Keep the spine just where it is. Try not to lift it. Gravity is going to want to make you pull it up. Keep it where it is. Frame your right, frame your left. Hold it for a couple breaths. Let yourself get strong against gravity. Woo, inhale, lift the left toes forward. Exhale, fold, let it go. There we go. Just release into your wide-legged forward fold. Let your hamstrings open up naturally. Try not to force a thing. Slowly crawl yourself over to the right. Bend your right knee. You can be high or you can be low. Take it sensationally wherever your body feels it. It's just a big hip opener. It's also super strong. Right hand down. Left hand reaches up for a big twist. A big opening. If you point your toes towards the ceiling, you'll get a lot more stretch out of the inside adductor muscles that tend to tighten up a lot. Slowly bring the hand down. Frame the right foot. We just switch directions on the mat. Squeeze into your belly. Remember that ankle. We tend to like dip it out or dump weight into it. You want to spring forward. Use your quads. Lift the heel up. Barely touch the mat. Press down on the foot. Release the hands back. Your triceps are pushed against gravity and you're really getting strong here. You're holding it in. But you're not holding your breath. Keep breathing really big, really broad. There we go. Bring the hands down. Frame it. Chaturanga. Lift up. Upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. There we go. Whew. Let's go through that again. I'm just going to add a little bit of play. Right leg lifts up. Bend the knee, open the hip. If you want, you can take a flip, meaning the right hand, right foot, reach up. Instead of dumping, we lift. Open your heart. Just let the hand go. Let the chin go towards your ceiling. Your exhale, you're going to bring your right hand down. Squeeze your right knee into your tricep. Inhale, back up. Exhale, knee to nose. Plant the foot. Down to the back foot. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, take your twist of choice. Lift the back knee up. Take a glance over your shoulder if you can towards the back foot. Remember, no pressure in your ankle. Cartwheel open, peaceful warrior. Triangle pose, any stance. Reach far forward, right hand down, left hand up. Maybe gaze up. Try the oblique work. Switch the shoulders. Square. Inhale, lift. Flip the right toes in. Exhale, forward fold. Right over your hamstrings. Let it go. Crawl yourself over to the left leg. Straighten and flex the toes on the right. Now here, you can either lift up, or maybe no hands needed, find a prayer. Maybe no hands needed to shift to the back of the mat. Square your hips, come right into that thunderbolt pose. Squeeze the triceps back, squeeze in. We're gonna lift all the way up. Add on a little tree. So your tree pose. Your foot, try not to get it on the knee. It can be high or maybe down towards the ankle. Either way, think of it as a hip opener. So the knee, you want to open up to the side. Your hands can reach high, maybe a prayer overhead. Just take a pause for an inhale. And your exhale, ooh, we're going to land down slowly. Right foot to meet the left. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, fold really deep. Inhale for your half lift. Sound familiar? Exhale, chaturanga, bring it low. Inhale high. Back to your downward facing dog. Take your left leg, reach it up. Bend the knee, open the hips, stay here, or take your flip, wild thing. Press the floor away from you. Square your shoulders. Release tension in your neck, let your chin go. Inhale. Exhale, left hand down, squeeze, left tricep. Inhale, back up, right tricep. Inhale, back up. Knee to nose, plant the foot, drop the back knee. Inhale, right into your Anjaneyasana. Exhale, prayer to the heart, take the twist. Open up, peaceful warrior, up and over. Triangle pose, shorten or wide. Left hand forward and down. Reach high with the heart, spine. Try the shoulder opener, other shoulder, hold it. Inhale, lift, flip the toes, forward fold right into those, the hamstring. Crawl yourself over to the right, hand down and up, or hold the prayer. If you're holding the prayer, take maybe the gesture, maybe the opportunity to slowly square your hips, thunderbolt pose, squeeze your triceps back. You're really long, really strong. You're gonna press down into the right foot. Inhale, lift up into that tree pose. Shoulders high. They're not near your ears. You're opening up your heart, peeling them back. The knee is lifted to the side and no sass in the hips, squeeze it in. There you go, big, long, tall. Maybe try gazing up, trick your gaze. Big inhale. This time, exhale, bring the foot down. Bring a prayer to the center of your heart. Elbows to the inside, pressing away. Prayer into the center. Squeeze the shoulders, lift up. Let's try your crow pose. So from your crow pose, this is like the greatest opportunity in this Simalasana squat. You're already in line. Your knees are on top of your triceps, right? Imagine that you're just doing this and tilting forward. So your fingers are really strong. Try not to keep them clenched. As wide as you can. And once they're wide, you press them onto the mat. Lift up your heels. Now remember those cat-cows? We're going into that cat back. So as you lift up, you round forward. Keep your gaze forward. When you tilt your chin down, it's gonna make a little somersault action. So, unless you wanna play into a somersault, which is all good, if you wanna balance on your hands, round your spine, squeeze up. See the difference? Flat back, round back. Keep it really round. Keep your fingertips pressed into the mat. Your elbows are right over your wrists. Your shoulders are now bending so they can come in front of your fingertips. Keep your gaze forward, and the more you bend, your toes don't kick at all. Not even a little bit. You're all good. Once you're up, try to keep the roundness. Try to squeeze into your core. Try to breathe 5 times. Exhale, lower down. I love you guys. You're so good at those crows. Come on back. Bring your feet forward. So all of the work that we do on and off the mat and in our runs, and I know when I'm at Juma and they cue me to tighten into my core and really use my arms, it makes a difference in my running game. We can get very passive. Or if we're mindful, we get very aware. So the awareness is this openness in the center of your chest. You're gonna roll your shoulder blades, lift your heart. Start squeezing into your belly a little bit. Tilt back as much as your body will let you. And bring your feet a little bit closer towards your heels. A little bit closer, a little bit closer. And then once your heels are lifted, your toes are touching, they're close, they're barely on the mat. Maybe see if those toes can reach in line with your knees. You haven't sagged your back, it's a long straight spine. Your core is holding that lower back instead of dumping weight on it. See if they can come in a line. Take an inhale with your arms up. And exhale, lower down. We're gonna do a few of these crunches. Inhale up, exhale, lower down. Every time you're up, you're squeezing and lifting. Belly is going in. Squeeze and lift the chest open. 5 more. Last time, reach up, touch your toes. Reach your feet long if you can. It's okay if they're bent. Just use it as a bind to open your chest. Take 1 foot maybe at a time. Stretch your legs. Now see if you can reach your hands high, feet high. Couple breaths here. This is called Navasana. It's a big, strong pose. You can try to time yourself every day. Get a little stronger with it. Drop your left forearm down. Tilt your left hip onto the mat. Keep your arm up. Try to touch your toes. Now try to reach really long. We're working on our obliques. Inhale, back up. Exhale, down. Back up. Chest is lifted. Chest is proud. We got 5 more. There we go. Every time you exhale, you follow by an inhale. Exhale. Inhale. 2 more. There we go. Awesome. Come right back up to that Navasana. We're almost there. Woo! Your body might tell you it's quitting time, but you just tell it you're not ready yet. Over onto the right hip. Right forearm comes down. Point your toes. Touch. There we go. Big inhale as you stretch. Exhale, touch. There we go. Big inhale, stretch. Exhale. 5 more. Strong breath. In and out. We're almost there. 2 more. There we go. Up. Oh. Bring the soles of your feet together. Let your knees splay out. First, press your chest. Use your hands against the insides of your feet to open up your heart a little bit. And as you press and lift, you'll feel the insides of your legs opening up. Terrific posture for all of those leg muscles that we use. Incredible posture for the low back. Gaze down at your toes. Now we want to round our spine and release all of the grip. Just bring your hands slowly out in front of you. Now if you concentrate on your breath, after all that movement, our body has a tendency to not want to slow down. But if you sit and pause and close your eyes and just focus on your breath, you'll notice that your body starts to let go. Maybe the tension comes out of your elbows, even out of your toes, out of your neck, your chin. Your shoulders are opening up with gravity and time and patience. Try to get really soft. And your exhales are so strong that your body really just releases. You'll notice, especially if you're not forcing it, if you close your eyes and just really focus on your exhales, that all of a sudden you might find your forearms are on the mat. You might notice that your chin now is tucked to your chest. And with a lot of time, patience, and work, we create this space. It's a space of resilience, knowing that everything works out as it should, and a space of trust. Try to take the deepest 5 breaths that you have in class now. And each time you exhale, just imagine what you need to let go. What's not serving. Thought, energy, habits. Slowly release all the way up. Just roll up. So you can even keep your eyes closed. And once you roll up, just straighten your legs out in front of you and pause. Try not to move a muscle at first. Notice how your blood goes where it needs to go. Take your right leg as you roll all the way down. We're just going to stretch more into our hamstrings. Use your hands to just gently pull your ankle a little bit closer towards your body. Take your left hand, assist your right leg over towards the left. And as you do, you'll feel your hips, your IT band. And as your toes drop all the way over, tee out your arms, your right shoulder blade is getting as close to the mat as you can. And you gaze over your right shoulder for a full spinal twist. And as you twist your spine, it's an excellent reset. Add some vibrancy to the day. Roll on back to center. Straighten the right leg. Take the left leg up with you. Just hold it where you can. Softly breathe all good positive energy into our hamstrings that we use so much. And if they feel tight, just give yourself so much credit for that it's because you've used these legs. They're not dormant. You're an athlete. Keep your right hand at your ankle or your thigh and just gradually bring it over to the right and feel the hip, IT, all the way down. Try to peel the left shoulder onto the mat. Right hand flips open. Full spinal twist, gaze to the left. Take a few big breaths. Slowly come back to center. Bring your left leg out and your right leg out. Let your palms flip open. As much as our body wants to keep moving, train it to be okay in some stillness. Allow yourself to come into the Shavasana pose with calm, with ease. Just try to keep your whole body as still as you can. Lighten the load in your toes. Through your legs. Let your belly swirl in and out. Puff and expand. Center of your chest to open up. Spread your fingertips and kind of Let your palms just flip open, fingertips to soften. Let your jaw release, your eyes to flutter close. You can even soften your vision with your eyes closed. Just imagine the back of your eyes are just letting go. And here in the space, pull in that gratitude. What makes your heart soar? Keep that right into the center of your chest as you breathe a few more breaths in and out. Absorb that energy, knowing that it's always there. Start deepening your breath really big. Let your chest expand, your belly expand. Imagine your exhale, you open your jaw and just release all of that negative energy. In order to pull in something good, you take another big inhale in. A strong exhale all the way out. Wiggle your toes, stretch your feet and arms in opposite directions. Hug your knees into your chest and give yourself a squeeze as you roll up and down on your spine. Get a little momentum to come to a seated posture. And once you're there, the prayer goes back to the center of your heart. Reconnecting, setting out that intention, always towards the highest good, knowing that nothing lasts forever. It all works out as it should. And I cannot wait to see you guys again. Namaste. I hope you guys are living your best lives, enjoying every moment of this gift of time, and I cannot wait to give you guys all a hug soon. Namaste. Have a beautiful, beautiful day. Love you.